How's it going, everybody? My name is Troy Harrison Christ, and welcome to my video on Battlefield Bad Company 3. Currently, our community is a bit divided. Some players want the next Battlefield to be a modern shooter, with a massive focus on expanding multiplayer variety, while other players want another game set in the past that has a proper campaign, not war stories. Not war stories. The new next-gen Battlefield based on a recent leak is rumored to be Battlefield Bad Company 3, not BF6, and based off of the info that I have researched and gathered, I think it'll make both the historical war buffs as well as the modern multiplayer addicts very, very happy. What do you mean, Troy? Once again, this is all based on a leak that we do not know the validity of, so take all of this info with a grain of salt. My name is Troy Harrison Christ. Spam the like button and hit the bell icon so we can get my channel THC way past 5,000 subscribers. So a recent leak posted on YouTube by Drakeston, a quality YouTuber who sounds like Massive G's biggest fan, talked about how Bad Company 3's campaign and multiplayer are set in both Vietnam as well as a modern setting. Much like the Black Ops games, the campaign will be a long, narrative-driven story that bounces in between two different time periods, half in Vietnam during the Vietnam War and half in a modern time, with the rumored villains being the Russians during the current era. I do actually believe this leak is credible simply based on the sheer amount of information that they provided. Battlefield Bad Company 3 is being made by DICE Los Angeles, the developers behind Medal of Honor. They also helped DICE Stockholm on Battlefield 4, 1, and 5, as well as Battlefront 2. This game is not directed by the original developers of Battlefield Bad Company, DICE Stockholm, whatsoever. This is a DICE LA projects who are absolute legends in the gaming community. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will teach you right now. This company was originally DreamWorks Interactive before they got bought out by EA. Initially, it was started by the man himself, Steven fucking Spielberg. They are responsible for creating the modern first-person shooter campaign formula. Without Steven Spielberg saying, hey, I made Saving Private Ryan, one of the best war movies of all time, we would have never had Medal of Honor, and we would have definitely never had the games that Medal of Honor inspired: Call of Duty Big Red 1 and Battlefield 1942. So based off this leak, the rumored release date is late 2019 or early 2020. Based off that information, my estimated release date for this game is November 1st of 2019. It is also the anniversary of the start of the Vietnam War. We do not know the exact release date of the PS5 or the 3 new Xboxes yet, but what we do know is that the Xbox Scarlet launches around holiday of 2020. The confusing part about that is, does Microsoft consider this year holiday 2020? Because New Year's, that's about to happen this year, would be 2020, or does that mean in one more year? That's the only confusing part. I don't know it either. I don't know what's going on with that. But if Microsoft is trying to get a lot of consoles under the tree that year, having a new Battlefield as well as Halo Infinite as launch titles would be extremely successful. Having a launch for that box in early November would give enough time for those kids to beg their parents for it, as well as enough time for me to smack my phone and those parents to apply for a new credit card. Alright, enough about the release date, let's talk about the game. What most of you guys are probably here for is information about the multiplayer, so I'm going to start with that. Campaign bros, do not worry, I will get to it later. Drop a like. DICE LA knows that Battlefield 5 was not very well received by casual players, and especially not the vocal, long-time Battlefield soldiers. They are trying to make the Battlefield game that fans want. Take that as you will. This leak talks about having better than Battlefield 4 type customization for our weapons. While the campaign is set in both Vietnam and modern times, the multiplayer is not. It will have maps from Vietnam, but the multiplayer is set during modern times. But it will be interesting to see if they let us use weaponry from both time periods, because weapons like the AK-47, which was widely used by the Vietnamese during the war, as well as the M16 used by American troops, are still very common around the world today. Multiplayer will feature locations in Vietnam as well as spots in Canada, the US, and most likely Russia. We do not know how many maps there will be at launch yet, but I assume that EA has learned from the extreme lack of content in Battlefield 5, and hopefully DICE LA will provide real variety when it comes to map design. But this leads me to my next point. With the multiplayer heading back to a modern setting, this will have a massive emphasis on high fire rate SMGs, rifles, as well as super duper OP shotguns. This will most likely affect the size and quantity of maps. Battlefield Bad Company 2 was released in 2010 when close quarters combat was the king. I think the sequel will probably lean towards this style of map design, cramped claustrophobic areas that hopefully do not all look the same. This would allow them to put out more maps similar to the size of possibly Battlefield Hardline or the Team Deathmatch sized maps in Battlefield 3. And hopefully, this keeps the community actually interested for much longer. So one of the problems that Battlefield 5 has is that DICE Stockholm takes so damn long trying to perfect these massive maps that when they finally put out an update, it's so underwhelming because playing the new content means playing the same one new map over and over again. When was the last time they dropped 2 maps in a row? Oh, in Battlefield 5, they've never done that. They've never done that. It seems like DICE LA is trying to correct the complaints that we have, been having for years and make a much more exciting and highly polished game. They better. One of those big complaints for me has been the weapon variants from Battlefield 1, as well as the absolute lack of customization in Battlefield 5. To get away from this style of leveling up, DICE LA is re-adding single attachment customization back to the Battlefield franchise. This is something that I know I am very excited about, as well as most likely a lot of you out there watching. This is a much better choice when it comes to game design because it allows the player to find the perfect build for their playstyle. It also brings back the ever-changing metagame of finding the best attachment combo during each specific patch. Because, silencers will be amazing at the beginning, then they'll suck, then, foregrips are the, what you need to do, then advanced mags, and, all this stuff. Battlefield Bad Company 3 will see the return of silencers, foregrips, extended mags, various red dot sights, as well as ACOG variants and long scope options. Are you excited? I know I am. We will also see the return of people complaining about shotguns. Oh wait, they never stopped complaining about shotguns. Or snipers. Oh, you're a good sniper? You're probably cheating. One note from this leak tied to the customization of how your character looks that I really do not enjoy and hope is false information is that Battlefield Bad Company 3 has a similar system to changing your appearance as Battlefield 5. I absolutely hate how Battlefield 5 has still held on to their one last hope for microtransactions. It's so dumb. Let's tie all of the cosmetic items that anybody wants into real world money instead of unlocking it through, I don't know, gameplay? Maybe? Is that so hard, you greedy companies? God. One of the reasons leveling up feels so pointless in Battlefield 5 is that 1, the UI is so crowded and confusing. When you unlock a helmet or some pants or a gun skin or whatever, you almost have no clue that you actually did. And 2, when a company says, hey, it's okay, our microtransactions are only cosmetic. This means you unlock nothing cool from being good at the game. You just unlock the same weapons that everybody else has. And guess what? People don't play it. They stop playing it. Sorry, did I just go on a rant? Ugh. If Bad Company 3 has any sort of microtransactions, I will be amazed at how bold and absolutely unattached EA is from their current gaming community. That's not cool. Microtransactions for cosmetics? No. I'm not paying $10 for a helmet. Ugh, it's so stupid. They better not have that. They better not have that. When I hit level 50, I better have something cool to wear. That's all I'm saying. If you agree with me down below, let me know. I'm not buying a single thing after I buy this game, EA. Do you get this? This is what your community feels right now. It's going insane. Playing the game with the lack of variety of maps and customization and all this stuff, customization of how you look, how your gun operates, you cannot have any of that tied behind microtransactions. Do you remember when people like first-person shooters? It was called Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Do you know when you got a cool gun skin? When you got a bunch of headshots. Not when you paid a bunch of money. Okay, rant over, sorry. Jesus. Dude. Alright, but when it comes to actual gameplay, apparently, it's supposed to feel a lot like Battlefield 4 when it comes to movement, player speed, as well as gunplay. It'll feel much faster paced than Battlefield 5 and 1, and I think that's what a lot of us are, honestly ready for. New mobility upgrades include the return of sliding, as well as an advanced movement system that the series, I think desperately needed. A little bit of parkour. You can expect to scale buildings and obstacles much faster and hopefully lose the overall awkwardness of vaulting out of windows in Battlefield 5. When it comes to the playable factions of this game, we will finally get away from the World War II and World War I British versus German theme. The rumored factions are the United States, the Russians, the Vietnamese, as well as Canada and possibly China. How do you make a modern game without putting China in it? $5, somebody, take that bet. China's gonna be in it. So that actually leads me into my details about the campaign. Once again, this game takes place in a modern era, following the events of Battlefield Bad Company 2. But with flashes back to the Vietnam War that are somehow pertinent to the events going on with the modern crew. Speaking of which, who are the main characters of this game? You guessed it, the story follows the original Bad Company squad as they try to stop an invasion of America from the Russians, who have entered the country through Canada. Does that not sound proper awesome to you guys? It sounds amazing. The last bit of information that I thought you guys should know is that they have reportedly been developing this game since early 2017. If the rumored release dates of late 2019 or early 2020 are to be true, then that's only about 3 years of development. Hopefully they've been working on this for much longer than that, because us Battlefield fans are really tired of getting a rushed out game that is nowhere near complete and is nowhere meant to be complete until 2 years down the road. Give us a full, polished AAA game like they used to make them. I dare you, EA. I dare you. Alright, thank you for watching. That is everything that I know about Battlefield Bad Company 3 so far. But once again, this is all just a rumor. This is all just a leak. All of it could be true. None of it could be true. Some of it could be true. We don't know. I just wanted to report this information to my loyal subscribers because they, for whatever reason, look to me for this kind of stuff. I wanted you guys to know what the recent news is going on with the next Battlefield game. I know I have a lot of Battlefield subscribers, so if you're still watching at this point, thank you so much. Leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you never miss any of my videos, and please become a member. Can we hit 10 members? We're only at 3 right now. Alright, that's it. My name is Troy Harrison Christ. Have a good one. If you want to watch more Battlefield videos, one's about to pop up right now. How about one of me sniping? Really amazingly. Click that link wherever it pops up. Alright guys, peace. I'm out of here. Enjoy your day, enjoy your night, enjoy your week, enjoy your life. I'm out of here. Peace, 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 peace. Peace.